So I know Mitch and I had some indecisiveness, and we're a little bit different on the Big Ten. I have a feeling that's going to be multiplied by 100 for the Big 12 tournament, just because literally these games could go any way. Besides a couple of them, there are a couple of them that will not be specific.
First round should be pretty simple.
TCU could lose to Kansas State. I think they've done it before, right?
Oh, wait, have they? I think... wait a minute, they might have, but...
Alright, let's just roll right into it. I'll start with my pick. You know what? TCU has been on a flop lately. They looked like they were a chance to make the tournament. They've been on a flop lately. Kansas State's just looking to have some fun. Give me a Kansas State upset over TCU. I think this is one of those ones that could go either way, just because TCU has looked so atrocious lately, and Kansas State is just atrocious. But you know what? It's good. This is gonna be my Penn State of the bracket. Well, not really, because they're only gonna make it one round because they're not gonna beat Baylor. But give me Kansas State in an upset. It can go either way, though.
I think it's pretty much irrelevant who wins the TCU-Kansas State game, because no matter who wins, neither one of them are beating Baylor.
No.
Washington State is, and then when they actually play Baylor, they end up beating them. But I think TCU will beat Kansas State. They're a little bit better. That's really the only reason I'm picking TCU. They're slightly better.
All right. We're moving on to the next one.
Relevant who really wins. They're not beating Baylor.
We're moving on to the next one. We're just, like I said, we're just going to go me, then you, then me, because I'm flipping back between Oklahoma State, or Oklahoma, Iowa State. Let me take a swing at who you're going to pick here. I think I know who. I think I'm already just gonna put it on both of our brackets.
Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. But I mean, they did lose to Kansas State once already. I know they did. They're not doing that. They're not doing that kind of stuff again. You're getting later in the year. Again, this is not Michigan. They're not going to completely flub and does not care. They're going to actually try and give effort, and they'll blow out Iowa State.
Not even close.
Which will make for a fun game against Kansas State.
You mean Kansas?
Against Kansas State.
This entire second round is just amazing. This whole tournament's going to be, like, so much fun. Baylor, Kansas State. I spoke too soon. This whole tournament is going to be fun aside from this game. Give me Baylor. And I think I know who you're going to pick.
Yeah, I think mine will be slightly more competitive than yours.
I was about to say, we have a different matchups, but I didn't even feel the need to mention them because they're both purple teams that are going to get their butts kicked.
I think TCU will put up a slight fight maybe against Baylor.
They'll lose by 25 instead of 30.
Baylor will blow them out.
They'll lose by 25 instead of 30.
Baylor will instead beat TCU by 15 instead of beating Kansas State by 40.
This one is very interesting.
Yeah.
West Virginia, Oklahoma State. You actually have the first pick. It's on your bracket, so you go ahead and pick first.
All right. Well, I mean, Cade Cunningham has been very good. West Virginia has a lot of guys that have been, they've been playing very well. The most recent game these two had, Oklahoma State pulled it off in the postmark. Huh?
It was literally yesterday.
Was it? Oh, yeah, it was yesterday. But Oklahoma State, West Virginia played each other just yesterday. Oklahoma State pulled off the win. I think Oklahoma State is starting to hit their stride. I'll take the Cowboys to knock off the Mountaineers once again. I like Oklahoma State. They are playing very, very well right now. Cade Cunningham has been on a tear. He's looking like, obviously the number one pick. And Oklahoma State has a lot of other guys that can play. But the scary thing, actually, because I just forgot, Cade Cunningham didn't even play in that game against West Virginia. He was hurt. He had an ankle injury. And they were missing another starter in that game. So they beat West Virginia without Cade Cunningham or another starter.
I'm with you. I'm definitely with you with Oklahoma State. I'm definitely with you. They're a scary team. Honestly, if you ask me right now, I think they are one of the three best teams in the Big 12. I think one of the three. I think it's Baylor, Oklahoma State, and Kansas right now are your three best ones right now.
Yeah.
As of like how on fire and how much of a roll they're on right now.
Yeah.
Definitely. I don't think Oklahoma State's the best, but I think they're on a roll, and I think that's going to help carry them deep into this tournament. Texas Tech. This is my pick. Both of these teams are very evenly matched. I think I am just going to give the slight edge to Texas. It's going to be a very hard-fought game. I would not be surprised to see Matt McClung go off and win it for Texas Tech, but I think I'm just going to give Texas the slight edge in this one.
Well, the Longhorns have a different problem than Michigan. They actually try. They just try so hard that they get angry at each other. But yeah, this will be a very fun game. Texas and Longhorns and Red Raiders. Should be a fight to the very end. Texas Tech beat Texas both times in the regular season. I'll give the Longhorns the slight edge well in this game. I like Texas's team. I like Texas Tech too. They're both very good.
I like everybody in the Big 12 besides the bottom three.
I think Texas is very good. Texas. I think Texas is very good. So is Texas Tech. I'm going to give Texas a slight edge here. They pull off what will be another solid win against the Red Raiders, trying to improve their seeding.
All right. Kansas, Oklahoma. Your pick. That's going to be a fun matchup again.
The way that Oklahoma's been playing lately, I'm picking Kansas for a blowout. Jayhawks are unbelievable right now.
Kansas looks really good.
Kansas has been very, very good in recent weeks. I mean, they beat Baylor.
Definitely with you on that.
Played well because they came off a COVID pause, but in any case, Kansas has looked very good. David McCormick has been going off for Kansas, and that's been really the big thing for the Jayhawks is just how good he's been playing. And if he continues to do that, Kansas will be a devastating team come NCAA tournament time. But yeah, the way Oklahoma's been playing, they're not inspiring me with any confidence. Give me Kansas in a landslide.
Give me Kansas too. This next one. Everything inside of me is telling me to pick Baylor. But as my dad always says, give me the team that's on fire. I can't believe I'm about to say this. You can discredit me all you want after I say this. Give me Oklahoma State in a 1-point thriller upset in overtime. It's going to be such a close game. Such a fun game. I think Baylor is the better team, but I think Oklahoma State right now is the one that's playing hotter. They're the ones with a chip on their shoulder. Theoretically, they could still technically not make the tournament if the NCAA hears their appeal in time. Give me the team with the chip on their shoulder in Oklahoma State. Give me them in a very, very close upset. But at the same time, again, I could completely see Baylor. I would not be surprised if Baylor won. But I'm going to take Oklahoma State in a very close one.
Well, big thing for Baylor is they're starting to look like the actual Baylor again. Like against Iowa State, they look terrible. Against Kansas, they look terrible, but they looked a little better. Against West Virginia, they look significantly better. So Baylor seems to be actually sort of looking halfway normal again.
Mm-hmm.
And for this game, Oklahoma State is very good. And they are, honestly, I think the hottest team in college basketball right now. I don't think anyone has played as well as Oklahoma State recently.
I mean, they beat West Virginia without Cade Cunningham. that's really good.
And a second starter.
In West Virginia. They were at it doesn't matter as much. But still, it's still a road game. That's still impressive.
Well, there's actually a decent amount of fans, I think, at Morgantown. So.
And you're on the road in a different environment, so it's always different.
Yeah, traveling. In any case.
Yeah.
I think Oklahoma State's very good. I think they're the hottest team in college basketball. Baylor's a better team.
No,
I want to pick Cade Cunningham.
I'm not saying Baylor's not the better team. Don't trust me.
No, you're not. I'm just saying I want to pick Oklahoma State. I'm going with the safe pick, and I'm taking Baylor.
That's completely reasonable. Everybody in their right mind would pick Baylor. Everybody knows I am not in my right mind ever. But see, like I said, this game could go either way.
I think just like Srbensky said, though, this will be a very close game. This will be a ton of fun. The big thing for Oklahoma State will be if Cade Cunningham plays. If he doesn't, it might not be.
No, if Cade Cunningham doesn't play, it's a different ballgame.
But I think Oklahoma State will give Baylor everything that they can, and it'll be like a last possession type game. Comes down to the wire, but I'll give Baylor the very, very close win.
Like I said, Baylor's definitely the better team. I'm going with a very close with the hot one, but I would not be shocked to see Baylor win. Baylor's probably going to win. All right, our next semifinal matchup: number 2 Kansas versus number 3 Texas. Mitch, who you got?
Kansas, Texas. In the regular season, Texas ended up sweeping the Jayhawks, and they actually beat them when Kansas was starting to finally show up again. Of course, they did not really show up in that UTEP game. that was not good.
That better woke them up.
But I think for this game, I'm picking Kansas. They've been rolling so much. It's hard for me to really pick against them.
Yeah,
Texas is good. Kansas keeps playing better and better every day. I think this will be a lot closer than Kansas and Oklahoma, but I still think Kansas should win decently comfortably. It'll be close, but I think Kansas though pulls away late, ends up winning by I think like maybe 6-7 points.
I'm with you. And now for my championship, the clash of the 2 hottest teams in the Big 12. I think I'm going to take Kansas in a very close one. I know Oklahoma State beat Kansas earlier in the regular season, but I think right now both of them are playing really, really well, and I think Kansas just barely outmatches Oklahoma State. So give me Kansas as my Big 12 champion in a very close game. And of course, you got the one that everybody and their mom expects, Baylor and Kansas. Who you got?
This should be a very fun game. It'll be better than the last one. I expect this to be very close. Baylor is healthy again. They're essentially back to normal. Like I said, I expect this to be very close. And as well as Kansas has been playing, Baylor's going to win this one by like 1 point.
So close. It's insanely close.
Go to overtime. It could be a last-second shot, but I'm going Baylor in just a like possession-type game. Lead never goes higher than like 5 for either team. It's going to be an all-out war.
This conference is just insane.
It's going to be a dogfight.
This conference is
really
insane.
all these could be dogfights.
The conference is just, well, not Oklahoma, Iowa State, but you know. Or Baylor TCU, but you know. This conference is so deep, though. That was the Big 12. This is definitely going to be probably the one I'm looking forward to the most outside of the Big 10. The only reason I'm looking forward to the Big 10 more is because, you know, we're from the Big
Michigan.
10 region. We're from the Big 10 region. Not even just Michigan, but like the Big 10 is like all the teams that I've like grown up knowing. But outside of personal preference, the Big 12 is going to be such a fun tournament. It's going to be a dogfight all the way. And that's the nice thing, and that's the crazy thing about it, is there's so little amount of teams that you just get all the good matchups instantly. Instantly amazing matchups. But anyway, that's going to be it for the Big 12 tournament. That was a quicker one because obviously there's only 10 teams. And the next conference we do is going to be super quick. So Mitch already knows which conference we're doing next. Thank you all so much for watching. Peace out.